Hello, welcome to a special Halloween episode of uh, Morning Tailgate. Sorry, it's early here. God, forgot what I was doing. Brought to you by Coast to Coast Network. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing good.
We're all good.
All right, yep, I'm the quarterback, Big B. I got my defensive coordinator, Mr. Crispy Bacon, down there repping the Dallas Cowboys stuff.
I am.
And Lowell not repping anything today. He must have given up on his football team.
No, not really.
I mean, got my Vikings stuff on, so.
I haven't given up on my football team. I'm just wearing a different shirt today.
I know. No, just messing around a little bit. So, all right. Before we get into it, let's break down that end of that Thursday night game. I think that was the most important part of that game. So,
yeah,
Loro, why don't you kick it off? Give us the last two drives, or last drive for the Cardinals, the last drive for the Packers. What do you think of it?
When I thought of it was when I saw the highlight of it, I was like, I was thinking that Kyler Murray was going to throw that game-winning touchdown, but what a play by that defense! I'll tell you what, I was thinking that Aaron Rodgers was going to get a lot of time off the clock and that he was going to have another game-winning drive. We have seen really, really good games in the Packers in prime time this year.
What did you think of the call on the Packers' last drive? Do you think it was the right call? Do you think they should have kept it a touchdown? What do you think, Loro?
On that last drive, I mean, that should have – I didn't even see the last drive. I only watched the first half of it, though.
Oh, okay. Chris, what about you? I know you kind of watched it. What do you think of that Packers' last drive? Was it a touchdown?
I'd say it was a touchdown. I mean, to me, there is no definitive answer to, overturn it and say it's not a touchdown. I think they should have just let the call stand, and have them, keep that touchdown. If that would have happened, obviously Packers would have been in the lead. But for the Cardinals, their last drive, they should have just taken the knee, sent it to overtime, and just kind of win it from there if they, could have won it. Instead, Green Bay intercepted the ball and game over.
Yeah, for me, when I saw the reviews, because I didn't see the game, so when I first saw the review, the one angle that I saw from, or actually two angles, there's a top view and then there was a view from behind, I guess behind the offensive line, we'll call it. I think he was down. They called it a touchdown. I don't think they should have overturned it. Just like if they wouldn't have called it a touchdown, I don't think they should have overturned it. I mean, not being a Viking fan, I think that the right call was made, though. I don't think he got in, but again, I don't think there was evidence in my eyes. I wouldn't have overturned it, even though I thought the right call was made for them to overturn it. But then Cardinals get the ball on, the 1 yard line or the inch line and march it down. 10 seconds left. I think a lot of teams would have kicked the field goal to tie it. It just shows the kind of ego right now that the Cardinals think they have, which kind of to me, I'm glad they got that fight. They want to win, but I still think against a Green Bay team, I think I would have kicked the field goal. I don't know what happened to Green. I don't know if he thought it was a run play or what. I still don't know. The corner that intercepted the ball was on the Cardinals practice squad at the beginning of the year, so kind of ironic that he got it. Again, I think if I would have intercepted that cleanly, I had the sideline. I'm looking at a touchdown, kind of rub it in their face a little bit. So, but he stumbled a little bit, had to bobble the ball. But if he picks that clean, he's going for 6. At least I am. So, and I'm a big guy, and I think I could have made it. So
I could have probably made it. I probably just.
Well, yeah, we just put some bacon out in front of you, Chris, and you definitely would make it. So, So with that being said, before we get into it, trade deadline's Tuesday. Loro, do we see any big moves being made? Are we finally going to hush up on the Dwight or Deshaun Watson trades? What do you think we're going to do, Loro?
I don't think we're going to see much at the trade deadline. I mean, Deshaun Watson is expected to remain with the Texans. I just don't think anybody wants him right now just because of this legal matter that he's dealing with. I don't know if he should be on the commissioner exempt list. The Texans had a chance to start off fresh, but I just see him right now remaining in Houston right now at the moment.
Chris, what about you?
I see teams want to sign him. They're just unsure about all the legal stuff going on. Is he going to be charged with all these crimes or whatever? Is he going to be on the commissioner's exempt list? There's just a lot of uncertainty. I think teams want him on their team. They just are unsure right now.
Well, exactly. I mean, if he came out and had a clean background and said he doesn't want to play for Houston anymore, there's 20-some teams knocking on the Houston's door, no doubt about that.
And maybe the Dolphins, they wanted him at first, and then maybe they're like, I don't think that we can do this right now. And the only team that Watson wanted to play for is the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And if he wanted to go to any other team, they would have to clear it through him because he has the no trade clause. So every decision has to go through him, and maybe the Dolphins are like, nope.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, even Tim pointed out, our viewer, morning Tim, or actually good evening because you're overseas. So he said he has no trade clause. Yeah, no trade clause. I mean, but if you got 20 teams knocking at your door, there's going to be a couple playoff contenders there that he probably would have said yes to. But yeah, come Tuesday, I don't see any big names being moved. I don't, unless Watson, unless Dolphins finally pull the trigger, I think we're gonna put Watson to rest. I did read an article, two different articles, one kind of contradicting the other one. So the Panthers supposedly were interested and was willing to part ways with McCaffrey, but Houston said no. So
yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, any other year Watson says that he wants out and doesn't have the background, you got 20 people knocking down his door. So with that being said, let's move into week 8. Guys, we're I guess halfway there. Game wise, yeah. I know we got an extra week. Also, viewers, this week we normally do our pick 'em. We pick 2 games. And then a Sunday night, Monday night, I'm giving these guys the liberty of picking their own 2 games, whatever 2 games they want. And then we'll still pick the Sunday night, the Monday night game. But they'll just let me know and be like, this is my lock of the week. And, starting off like that. So, that being said, week 8, Panthers versus the Falcons. Loro, who are you taking in that game?
I am going to be picking the Carolina Panthers to win this game. I think they really need to get their season on track. But if the Falcons win, would I be shocked? No. I think that the Falcons have played really good football against Carolina. Carolina started undefeated here. But I just think that without McCaffrey, I think they would have not been 3-4. And a lot of people have told me that is it Matt Rule thing to coach in the NFL? Probably not. I mean, he might be returning to college football.
I've heard that too, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Bacon, how about you? What do you got?
Both teams are Falcons, they had a struggle, but they're slowly catching up. Panthers, they had, a remarkable couple weeks being undefeated, and they met the Cowboys, and they were, they got their first loss. I'm going with the Falcons on this one.
Oh, throw the Cowboys in. Oh, the Cowboys greatest team ever. Blah blah blah. If I'm going with the home team, I'm going with Atlanta. I think it's if it was Carolina, I'd go with them. Both teams need the victory, I think.
Yeah.
I think Atlanta is, they're home. Yeah, I'll take them by 4 like Tim Hendricks has in that one, but I think both teams need it. I won't be shocked if either team wins. I'll be shocked if it's a blowout, but all right, so moving on. Miami Dolphins versus the Bills. Chris, what do you got on that one?
I don't think it's a surprise. Buffalo Bills are probably going to win this game. Actually, they will win this game.
Oh, okay. Loro, how about you?
I am going to go with an upset here, and I picked the Miami Dolphins to win. I think that they need to get their season on track. I believe in Tua Tagovailoa, but it's not going to be easy against the Buffalo Bills, though.
Wow, Loro with the big upset because that's a 14-point spread. Loro hanging it out there. So I'm taking this as one of my games of the week. So I'm taking Buffalo. I like Tua. I like the young running quarterbacks, as a lot of you guys know. And him partnering up with one of his college receivers, if they stay together, they definitely have a chance to be a dynamic duo. But I just think Buffalo right now, division game at home. I don't see no reason why not to go with Buffalo. So that is one of my 2 picks of the week. So moving on, we got the 49ers versus the Bears. I'll start this one off, and I'm going with the Niners. Bears right now are just one of those teams that, is kind of, I don't want to say delusional, but I think they're just a mess right now. It won't shock me if the Bears win. Division-wise, I want the Bears to lose because they're the same division as my Vikings. I think the Niners are more of a, they're kind of a mess at quarterback too, but I think they're more solid. So I'm going with the Niners. Chris, what do you got?
Well, before I heard that the Bears coach is going to be out with COVID, he couldn't get a negative.
Oh, Nagy's out. I did not hear that.
Yeah, he's out. And so, I mean, before that, I was going to pick the 49ers over the Bears anyways.
Okay. How about you, Loro?
I am going to have to pick the Chicago Bears in this game. I don't think they're going to win by a lot. I just think that Justin Fields is going to have another good game here.
Yeah, no, another game that wouldn't shock me if it goes either way. So
Fields has good games a lot of the times.
Yep.
They just don't result in wins though.
Yep, exactly. Another division matchup here. We got the Steelers versus the Browns. Chris, what do you think in that game?
This is going to be my pick for this slot, and
okay.
I'm going with Cleveland over
the Browns.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield's back in the starting quarterback position, and I feel like they have a better chance with him at quarterback.
Yep. What about you there, Loro? Pittsburgh Browns.
I am going to pick the Cleveland Browns to win this game. I just think that the Steelers are struggling right now, and I think Cleveland right now is the better team.
Yeah, I can't deny that. Maybe if we had a younger Roethlisberger, I'd probably take Pittsburgh. But of course, Pittsburgh was good when he was younger, and a little older. They, loyalty matters to Pittsburgh, and God bless them on that. But I think the Browns are gonna, take this one pretty easily. I think so. Next game, we got the Eagles versus the Lonely Lions. Loro, what do you got on that game?
I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think everybody's going to be beating the Detroit Lions. I bet every team is going to give the Lions an 0-17 record.
Oh, crispy bacon. What do you got?
Every year or every week, the Lions let me down on hopefully getting their first win. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going with the Eagles.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
As much as I hate saying that.
Well, Chris, if anything happens, you can blame me. I'm going with the Lions. But of course, some of my picks have been jokes, or jinxes. So I'm going to the Lions as a close one, just because they're at home. Again, it's another game. If the Eagles are at home, I take the Eagles. Lions, last week kind of showed me, unless the Rams are just kind of toying with them, um, the Rams should have blown them out. The Lions held strong. So I'm going to go in a close one here. Lions win. So yeah, hopefully it was my lock of the week on another show, but I'm not doing it on this show. So moving on, we got the Tennessee Titans versus Indianapolis Colts. Loro, what do you got on that game?
I am gonna pick the Tennessee Titans to win. That is one of my top two game picks of the week here.
All right, going with Titans. All right. Chris, what about you?
Yeah, as long as Derrick Henry's in at running back for Tennessee, I'm picking the Titans any day.
Yeah, I don't think we have to say anything more about this. Derrick Henry's on the pace right now to break the season rushing record. Granted, he has one more game more than last year, but I think he'll do it at 16 myself. I think week 17 ain't going to be nothing to him. So I got the Titans too. Our viewer Tim is also going with the Titans. So and that's shocking because he is a Colts fan, but he's a realist though, I think. So all right, moving on to the Bengals versus the Jets. Chris, what do you got on that game?
Bengals are one of those surprising teams, of the season.
Ho ho!
Hey,
All right,
It's Sarge.
All right, Chris, keep going with your Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals. Yeah, well, you kind of got
all
it.
right. So, welcome Sarge, repping the Panthers gear.
Yes.
So,
how's everyone doing?
Good.
Oh, we're doing good. Happy Halloween. So, Sarge, we'll let you get a little take in here. Bengals versus the Jets. Who are you taking in that game?
Oh, man. So the Jets are going to have Joe Flacco back this game, or Mike
He's
Smith.
inactive.
Oh, he
Same
is
as the
inactive.
Cowboys.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, same as the Cowboys. They're inactive also. So,
Hey.
trick or treat. Yeah, right. The Bengals, they're too tough. I mean, they're the Cinderellas of the season. So I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals I'm gonna say by 17.
All right. Loro, how about you? Bengals and the Jets.
I am going to pick the Cincinnati Bengals. They are too good right now, and I am really thinking that they're going to be this year's Cinderella. They're going to be the Cinderella story of the NFL this year, folks.
Wow. That's another bold statement by Loro there. But, honestly, I don't know if it's that bold. I think a lot of people are high on the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals as my second big game of the week or pick of the week. So I got the Bengals in this one. I might have leaned towards the Jets a little bit if Wilson was playing. Not much, but I still probably would put the Bengals. But so moving on, we got the mighty Rams versus the Houston Texans. Sarge, why don't we get your takes on that one?
Do we even have to pick this one? I mean, do the Texans even have a team kind of like the Jets with that? So, I mean, the Rams defense is too good. It has to be the Rams, and I'm going to say 28 points. I'm going to go big on this one.
All right. Laura, how about you? Rams and the Texans.
I am going to pick the LA Rams. My hometown Rams are playing really good football right now, and I would definitely expect to see. I definitely would expect to see the Rams come out on top in this one by a lot here.
Yeah, Chris, how about you? We gonna make it a queen sweep?
Queen sweep.
Yeah. They kind of scared me against the Lions last week, but yeah, you can't go wrong with the Rams. Rams 6-1. They're just maybe they toyed with the Rams. Maybe they'll come out against the Texans and destroy them. Who knows? But yeah, got to go with the Rams. So we're moving on to our or afternoon games. We got Loro's Patriots versus the Chargers. Loro, who you got?
That's going to be my second and last game that I'll pick in my own games for top two. So give me the New England Patriots by 3 in this one over the Chargers. I think this team's going to get back to 500.
Oh. All right, go with the Pats. Sarge, how about you?
There's going to be no tricks during here, just treats for the Chargers. Justin Herbert's back to coming off the bye. Man, just give me the Chargers at least by 10. I can't see the Patriots really winning this one. So, Loro,
how about you?
If the
Chris?
Patriots win, you can troll me all you want.
Yes, Sarge.
I'm going to have to go with Sarge on this one. I'm picking the Chargers too. Justin Herbert's been playing really well, and I mean Mac Jones has been too, but it's at home for the Chargers, and they've been really good at home. So I'm picking the LA Chargers.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be close, but I gotta go with the Chargers right now. I just, and it could be one of those home factors for me. If the Patriots are at home, I might go with Patriots, but gotta go with Chargers. Herbert coming off bye week. They got a little extra time to video them and watch them. So yeah, I gotta go with Chargers. So all right. A game that we probably don't need to talk about too much, but the Jags versus Seattle. Chris, what do you got in that game, if anything?
Well, one team's kind of better than the other, just not by much. I'm picking Seattle over Jacksonville.
All right. How about you, Sarge?
I think this might be an upset for the Seahawks, the way the Seahawks are playing. Geno Smith, I don't know. He's still playing for the Jets. That's how he's playing. Kind of like Sam Darnold. He's still playing for the Jets. So I am going to pick an upset right here, Jacksonville by 3.
All right. Laura, how about you?
I'm going to pick the Jacksonville Jaguars to win this game. I think Trevor Lawrence, this is the time for him to get back on track, but I feel like that if with a healthy Russell Wilson, they would easily be beating this Jaguars team.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars. I think, like Chris said, they're both bad, but one's worse than the other. I'm going with the little upset here. I think Jags will do it. So then we're moving on to the Washington football team. I wish they would hurry up and pick a name so I can stop saying that.
I know, right?
Against the Denver Broncos. So I'll start with this one. I'm going with the football team. Broncos at home, kind of a disarray right now, but wouldn't surprise me if Teddy leads that team to victory. But we'll see. I know they're hurting a little bit on defense, so I'm going Washington. Chris, how about you?
I'm going with the Broncos on this one. Maybe they'll rebound and win a game at home this week.
All right, Sarge, how about you?
I'm going with the WTF. Oh, I meant WFT. That my bad. So I have to go with them. I think they're a better team, more completed than what the Broncos are. I don't know where Von Miller's at, if he's really into playing anymore with the Broncos. So I gotta go with Tim Hendricks on this one. I'm gonna go Washington by 9.
All right, Laura, how about you?
I'm going to go with the Washington. Give me the Washington football team in this one. I mean, I think this is a trap game for both them and the Broncos.
Okay, trap game. Okay. All right. Then we're moving on to the Bucks and the Saints. Watson's revenge game, we'll call it. So, Chris, what do you got in this game?
This is going to be my late afternoon pick.
Okay.
I'm going with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
All right. Any reason why, or just
Tom Brady, pretty much.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I got you on that one. Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks too. I just think that their defense is just going to rattle Watson some more. We might see 30 picks in this game. Who knows? I mean,
That'd be a
so,
record.
yeah, no kidding. So, Loro, how about you? Bucks and the Saints.
I'm picking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I just think that Tom Brady's playing really well right now, but I think that Jameis Winston might want to give the Buccaneers, give his old team quite a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. No doubt. Sarge, how about you? Bucks versus Saints.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks on this one. There's not enough W's for Watson to eat to even come close to being the Bucks right now. So Watson is not or Winston. I meant Winston. My bad. I think Winston's not a what?
No, we're waiting on you. Must be a little delay. You didn't say
Okay,
anything.
okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a little delay. Yep.
All right, so we're all going with the Saints or Bucks. I'm sorry. So moving on to the Sunday night game. Chris cannot comment on this game. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't
Go
either.
ahead, Chris.
I'm just kidding.
Go ahead, Chris. Cowboys versus the Vikings. What do you got?
Vikings.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do we know Prescott's not playing?
He's gonna test out, his injured calf during warm up. If there's been a little soreness and throughout the week, but it's not looking good. Cooper Rush is probably going to start, so it's going to be his first start. So that's why I'm picking the Vikings.
Okay, Laura, how about you?
I'm still picking the Cowboys. I believe that Dak Prescott's going to be playing this game.
I don't see it. It's looking grimmer and grimmer.
All right, Sarge, how about you? Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings.
It's gonna be the Cowboys by 2 with the Vikings missing the kick at the last second.
Rubbing in some more there with those kickers. It's a game again. I think I said it probably every other game. Home field advantage, I think, is going to play big factors. Dak not being 100% definitely is a big factor. I'm going to Vikings. I not that I want to be a homer, but I just think the home crowd's going to get into it. Adam Barber said he's going with the tie. Now, we've guessed the tie before. We came awfully close. So, matter of fact, I think it was a Vikings game that we called a tie on. Almost.
It was a Bengals Vikings game.
Yeah.
Sarge predicted that it was going to be a tie, and it came so close.
Yep, I think So Tim's going with the Cowboys. How dare him? I think it'll be a good game.
I want the Cowboys to win, but
I know.
I don't feel like they're probably going to win.
Yeah, with not 100% healthy Dak Prescott, it's going to be tough because Vikings got some mean rushes if they get to him. So,
yeah.
Well, it should be a good game. I think this might be a game of the week, I think. So, and then we'll wrap it up with the Monday night game, Giants versus the Chiefs. Sarge, what do you think on that game?
I think I gotta go with the Chiefs on this one. Deep down, I was thinking of the Giants really deep down, but I think the Chiefs are gonna come back and just do what they do. So it's gonna be the Chiefs.
All right, he's going with the Chiefs. Chris, how about you?
I'm going with the Chiefs. Hopefully they win the game.
Yeah, isn't that sad that we gotta pray for one of the best teams to actually win a game?
I get it. I get it. Some years you're just not good, but
yeah. No, I don't know if the book's out on Mahomes or what, but I gotta go with the Chiefs too. I mean, so Loro, what do you got in this game?
I still believe in the Chiefs. I think that Patrick Mahomes can't be counted out. By all means, he's still having an MVP type season, but I just think that the Chiefs as a whole, they got to play defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's up there in the conversation, but
they need more defense.
Yeah, they definitely need more defense. That's why I don't understand why they keep bringing in all these offensive guys. So that's a wrap on our pick'ems. Loro, since you brought it up before we get into our other topics, who's the MVP right now going through 8 games so far? Chris, who do you got?
Ooh. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals.
Okay, Kyle Murray. Sarge, who do you got as your MVP right now?
I'm going to go with old man Tom on this one. I mean, reaching 600 touchdowns. Kyle Murray, he didn't play very well during Thursday night. I think there's a blueprint out for him already for him. So give me Tom.
All right, Loro, how about you?
I'm sticking with my pick for who's going to be MVP. It's the GOAT, Tom Brady.
All right. I can't argue Tom Brady, but I think it's Derrick Henry right now. I think he's just on a pace right now, rushing wise. But Tom's a good pick. Murray's a good pick. I think all three of them are right there. We'll see. I think if Henry gets the record, I think he's hands down the MVP. So, but moving on. So, Professor Mr. Bacon, what's our history lesson for today?
Well, I can only find one, but
Okay.
it was the Colts. Let me make sure I get this right. The Colts' first Monday Night Football game, in their franchise history, even when they were the Baltimore Colts.
Okay.
And they actually won their game. Let me see who they're facing. Yeah, in 1988, the first Monday night NFL game played in Indianapolis. Colts beat the Denver Broncos 55-23.
Wow. Okay.
I think that was a year before Manning,
Okay.
The year Manning was drafted.
All right. Yeah. So, all right, good one. History making in Indianapolis with their first Monday night game of franchise history. So, all right, moving on to our Lowdown with Loro. What wins titles, Loro? Defense or offense? You tell us.
To win Super Bowl championships, defense wins championships, but I'm a person that loves high-powered offenses. I'm an offensive-minded fan of football. I love the quarterback position. I love playmakers, and also wearing out opposing defenses. It is hard to play defense in the NFL. I would say that defense does win championships, but I really think that I also think that offense has to play a big part in winning championships. And I've always been a believer that the more offense you get, I think that wins you championships as well.
No doubt. I totally agree with that. I know a lot of people say offenses take you to the promised land. Defenses seal it up for the titles. So yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a 50-50 battle. If you have a good offense, you got a good defense, you should, take it. I mean, I know Baltimore was an exception. There was a Denver team that was an exception where it was all the defense. So, but what do you guys think, Chris and Sarge? Defense or offense? Which one brings you home the title? Sarge?
Defense wins championships. Offense sells tickets. That's how it goes.
All right. I like that. So,
I could agree with that. But I think offense helps you more because you're trying. I know this is probably going back, when we were first learning it, but the object is to score more points, and that's what the offense does. The defense is trying to prevent the other team from scoring the most points. I think the offense, kind of does more of the heavy lifting, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, in Dallas's case, just make a big trade with a certain team, and we'll just build you a championship. So
that's true.
Yeah. All right. So our stopping with Messaround segment. Of course, Messaround's not with us right now. So we'll let Sarge take the lead on this one. And it kind of ties into Adam's comment there. There's no GOAT in football. So let's stop messing around. Is Tom Brady the Wayne Gretzky of the NFL? Sarge?
This is a hard one because for you gotta go with an era. I think Tom Brady in this era today, as we're alive, he's probably will go down as one of the great football players in history. I mean, he's the only one that has won like has thrown 600 touchdowns. So you have to put him somewhere in that line with that word. And also in about 10 years, he's gonna play against his son in another Super Bowl. So I mean, the GOAT is a very debatable subject, and I don't like to say the GOAT as well. So I'm going to say, why not?
All right, Chris, how about you?
Ooh. Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Sarge on this one. I mean, you kind of have to break it up in either, in like eras, because in each era there's the greatest, of all time. I mean, back then, before the Super Bowl was around, you had the Packers who won NFL championships with Bart Starr. You could say he was the greatest of all time. You could say Brady is the greatest of all time because he's won 7 Super Bowls, 6 with the Patriots. And then you could say, a lot of quarterbacks in each year was the greatest of all time. It's just hard to decide, and I'm not sure if there is like Adam said, there's a
Yeah.
greatest quarterback.
How about you, Loro? What do you think?
I think Tom Brady is the Wayne Gretzky in the NFL, and you could also put him up there as with Kobe Bryant and also Michael Jordan in the NFL.
Okay. No, it is, like Sarge said, it's one of those, unless we define, get an outline of what we all could agree on is the greatest player. Wayne Gretzky is by far the only greatest player of all time because you take away half his stats and he still has more points than career points than the second best person. So,
But you also have to think of it like this too. You're comparing football with hockey.
well, to a
Or
point I
another
am,
sport.
but I'm talking more of a namesake,
Oh.
But it's hard not to put. And I don't, I'm not a big Brady fan. I think like 3 of the 4 of us here. But it's hard not to say that he's one of the greatest, to play the game. Like Sarge said, 600 touchdowns, 7 of 10 Super Bowls or 8 of 10 Super Bowls. Maybe if he locks up another one here in the next couple of years, then I think it's definitely a defining moment. But if he's playing 10 more years against the Sun, I mean, I think definitely we gotta get him checked out and find out if he's even human. So, but no, that's a great comment there, guys. I like it. Tim Hendricks said Gretzky and Jordan both play defense. I get that. I mean, there's 2 sides to hockey and baseball or basketball that you have to play. Football, unless you're Deion Sanders, you only play one side of the ball. So I get that.
Unless it's 6-man football.
Yeah, yeah. But I was just more or less putting it out there as like a name, comparison than the greatest. So, but hey, everybody's got their opinion. That's why we love sports. So moving on to one of our last topics, my big baller. No, so I picked the Rams defense to destroy golf and take them out on a stretcher. No, I'm just kidding. I picked them to destroy golf, but it didn't happen. But they still won. So I think I'm undefeated in teams winning, but I think I'm like 1 in 7 in picking a guy to actually do good. So take it to what you want to do. So this week, I think I'm going to take the whole Detroit Lions team to be my big ballers. I think they're going to put a 4-quarter game together. They're actually going to win today. So I'm taking the whole team of the Detroit Lions to be my big ballers. I'm going to hand out 53 balls to that team if they pull it off today. Tim Hendricks is picking Henry. Yeah, Henry's always a good pick. So with that being said, guys, any news that you guys have seen breaking? Any players? Loro, I know you keep up on that. Any people that are possibly out or going to play today? Have you seen?
Calvin Ridley will be out today with a personal matter. OJ Parker, Odell Beckham Jr., Devontae Parker are back in, and then we'll see about Dak Prescott. I would expect him to play today.
I hope, but I just don't know. It's looking more depressing every hour.
All right. So, Chris, there's no major updates in Dallas there on.
Well, we were supposed to, we were supposed to hear something yesterday, but then they came back and say, "Nah, we're gonna wait till game time decision. You'll know, before the game starts." And I'm like, "Oh man, that means he's not going to play." They know, they know. They're just not telling us.
Well, and that's the thing. That's the thing to do is if you could push it off to game time, why not make the other team think about it? But
Yeah,
so yeah, I'm just looking here. I haven't seen anything. Looking, yeah, they're saying Prescott's a game time decision. So, but anyways, before we move on, how's everybody's fantasy? Let's do a little fantasy update. How's everybody's fantasy teams doing? Chris, I know you're only in a couple leagues. How's your team doing?
not too well. I mean, everybody's playing well. It's just I'm not getting to. I mean, to the most part, but
Let's just say we know. I mean, anybody on MI6 and Coast to Coast know you're the Detroit Lions right now. You're playing good, but you're hanging in there. Loro, how is your fantasy teams doing?
It's doing all right. I mean, I try to keep up with it, but I just too busy with like how to keep up with it, But
yeah, no, I mean I like fantasy football. The fact that as long as you check your lineup on Sunday, you probably got all the games covered. So, but I know a certain co-host here and I have 2 matches against each other this week. So, Sarge, how's your teams looking, and what do you think?
This is the strangest because we're facing each other on 2 of these leagues, and we have the same records.
Yep, exactly.
So,
I know.
I kind of threw the MI6 in the Coast to Coast League out the window already because that league is a little bit ridiculous with 13 people, with 13 or 16 teams. But you know what? I'm just gonna crush you today. So that's all I'm gonna say. You know what?
You're not gonna let me like sneak in with the field goal last minute. You're just gonna go out there and just crush me. I mean,
instead of Big B, you're gonna become Small B, and I'm gonna be the Big Sarge. So welcome to the Big Sarge show. So.
Oh yeah, we are both 6-1 there. You're already up 3-0 on one league on me. So
well, it's the defense. You can't count defense into it.
Yeah. No, and then the other league I'm 25 points up on you. But you have everybody playing. I had 3 guys play on the Thursday night game, which I cannot stand doing. But in a 16-man team, I mean, unless you're dropping people, you got to play when you can. So, like, I know, I'm hoping for at least a split or 2 wins. I know you're hoping for 2 wins. So. But outside of that, I mean, I'm doing pretty decent in some of my leagues. I think I'm, 6-1 in 2 of them, and 500 in the rest are below. So, for me, I enjoy doing fantasy football. I'll do it all day long. I could join like 10 leagues. I don't care. So, with that being said, outside of football, anybody, want to go do the trick or treat thing with some kids, or go scare some kids, or beat them up, take their candy, or anything? Loro, what do you got playing outside of football today? Are you stuck inside with football all day?
I got the World Series to call on Colorcast, but I might eat some candy today because it's Halloween.
All right, Chris, how about you? What do you got going?
Eat a lot of candy, watching football. Kind of track the World Series.
Okay. Sarge?
Gonna go to the corn maze today, so we'll see
Okay.
if I can get lost.
All right. So before we wrap it up, there's a little nugget I want to throw out to you guys. Chris, I think you kind of alluded to it in a chatter on Facebook. There's a high school kid that threw 13 touchdowns in one game Friday night. The
I
final
think
score,
Adam brought that up.
oh, maybe
Yeah.
it was Adam. You're right. I think the final score was like 109-0. So we'll start with Sarge here. One, how impressive is that? And two, should the kid have been even in the game at that point?
I didn't really read the story, but like with these type
It
of
was
high
just
schools,
it was just a picture with the score and
Yeah.
what was the
But
score?
It was 109-0. 13 touchdowns the kid threw.
Then stop them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a such thing as sportsmanship, and like with high school and some of the lower colleges, like those things tend to happen quite often. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to say stop them or have him still play because my other thought is, okay, to the other team, all right, stop him. I mean, throw more people in the box and just rush or change your defense. I mean, maybe that coach on the other team should get fired. Why not?
Well, that's what Isaiah would say is fire the coach, So, Loro,
Yeah,
how about
he
you?
wants to
What do you
fire
think
everyone,
of that
though.
impressive stat? 13 touchdowns. Should the kid been in? What's your whole thought?
Oh, can you say that again?
There was a high school game reported that the quarterback threw 13 touchdowns. The final score was like 109-0. What do you think? Should the winning team have pulled their quarterback, or what do you think?
I didn't even watch it, so I have no further comment on it.
Oh, okay. Chris, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, the key to any game in football is, don't let the other team score. And if you wanted to win that game early, it sounded like they didn't. You got to stop them, and they didn't. They racked up all the points, and I mean, you want to win, but I think that over exceeded, sportsmanship.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is I mean, again, you're dealing with young athletes. You tell them, especially if you're on offense, go out and score, go out and score. So if it takes us one play to score or 12 plays to score, we're going to score.
Unless it's Madden, you could do that in Madden.
Yeah, exactly. And that's pretty much what a lot of people are comparing it to, like a Madden stat. But how do you tell a kid to dial it back? When one, you want to impress for further your career, but yet, like Chris and Sarge said, sportsmanship. I mean, the kid could have been pulled out at halftime. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, impressive for him, 13 touchdowns in the game. Good for him. But again, where's the sportsmanship at, and where do you draw the line at? Should the other team just said, hey, you know what, let's walk off and forfeit? I mean, but like Sarah said though too, lower, college, you always see a game like that, and it happens, but I think a coach needs to kind of be like, okay, we need to put in some second string guys, third string guys, or like Tim said, pull some people off the stands and let them play, I guess. So, all right, so let's go around the room one last time, about 30, 40 seconds. Start with Loro. What do you got going on MI6 wise or in personal podcast?
Extra point tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time. And then you got Wild Sports Talk again on Monday. And yeah.
All right, Chris, how about you? What's going on coast to coast tonight and this week?
Well, this week you got a great lineup. You got Four Bros Radio. You got I'm trying to think of all the shows we got. You got Sports Minute. You got I'm trying to think of all of them, but tonight
we do not have we're gonna replay Between the Worlds, right?
Yeah, there's no Between the Ropes tonight because of Halloween, so New episode next week, but we're going to replay last week's episode if you missed it.
Okay. Sarge, how about you? What do you got going on this week for Coast to Coast? And
Well, after you beat me during fantasy, I think I'm just gonna roll up in my cave. But no, gonna show up on Four Bros for this week. Then I'm gonna take that following week off. Got some stuff going on, so
okay.
you know what? So that's what's going on.
I tell you what, if anybody you guys haven't checked out Four Bros Radio, I mean, you got to check it out. It's been a pretty funny show the last few weeks. Check out our TikToks. We've been trying to post our funny clips on there. But yeah, tonight replay of Between the Ropes from last week. And like Chris said, keep checking us out all week. And with that being said, thank you, Tim, for chiming in, Adam for chiming in. And everybody have, before I forget, happy birthday to my Aunt Melanie. Today is her birthday, so she's a Halloween baby, so hopefully she's having a good day. But with that being said, happy Halloween to everybody. If you go out trick-or-treating, be safe, get a lot of candy. And I'm Big B, Crispy Bacon, Sarge, and Loro. We'll check you all next week. Morning Tailgate. Have a good one.
Peace.